Hello, my name's Adrian Richards. I'm a consultant plastic surgeon and also the founder of Cosmetic Courses. I'm delighted today to be joined by Jim Saving, the Managing Director of Cosmetic Courses, Roger Houston and Chris Cloak-Brown, who are going to be talking all things insurance, and we're going to dive straight in with insurance related questions. So Roger, tell us a little bit about HPPB, why you started it and your background in the industry.
Yeah, with pleasure. So HPPB stands for Healthcare Professional Protection Brokers, mercifully HPPB for short. My background is in the insurance industry for decades, 35 years in the industry. I've been dealing with medical negligence related matters for about 25 years. I'm a former operations director of the NHS Litigation Authority, now called NHS Resolve, which is a special health authority through which the NHS deal with all their medical negligence related liabilities, of which you can imagine there are many.
Just a little thing, Roger, how are the numbers going up of claims when you were there?
So certainly numbers were increasing. That's not to say that there was more negligence within the NHS, because I wouldn't say that was the case, but there was certainly far more public awareness about people's rights, access to rights. Whilst I was there, there was a change in the law allowing solicitors to advertise, which previously had not been the case. There was an evolution of a cost system, the no-win fee system. So overall, several combinations: easier access to justice, less perception of concerns over costs, hence the no-win, no fee, and I think also a rising expectation.
Yeah.
And you'll know that this, as a consultant, there's a rising public perception that doctors can cure anything.
Yeah.
There's a rising expectation, I would say, and increased access to justice, which has meant claims numbers increasing, and that's continued over the last 30 years, and shows no sign of plateauing.
Oh dear. And Chris, tell us a bit about your background.
Sure. So I'm the technical part of the partnership at HPPB. My background is really working in finance, pricing complex risks, and medical risks are complex, and I think some doctors don't necessarily think they're priced correctly. So my job is really to go and argue with the underwriters about what the risks are and how that should be priced.
Brilliant. And Jim, would you mind explaining your role?
So I'm the Managing Director of Cosmetic Courses. We try to train everyone to the highest standard and work with the best companies, and that's why we brought in HPPB to talk to us about insurance. So Chris, what insurance can you get from HPPB?
Thanks, Jim. So you can get a whole range. I mean, at the core of it is the treatment insurance. So that's for things going wrong when people get injured during treatments. It's very sensible to get public liability treatment insurance, because people get injured outside treatments, people who visit, even workmen coming in, even the people you treat will get injured when they're not getting treated. So those are the core two that you kind of need when you start. If you sell products on the side of your firm, you need product liability, which normally comes with public liability. And then if you are renting space in a salon, you might want contents insurance for your machines and your contents and your computers and your stock and so on. And as progressively you go up, if you actually buy a salon and own a salon, then you might want to insure the salon, and there's a whole range. It's really sort of the insurance needs grow as the business grows.
And you can insure the staff of your salon?
Yes.
Or your clinic?
Yes, in fact, if you have staff, by law, you have to have employers' liability insurance. So if you employ people, a receptionist, a clinician, a technician, anybody you employ, you need employers' liability for.
Yeah. So Chris, the real key ones then are obviously negligence, medical, and the public.
Negligent, public liability, and if you employ anybody, employers' liability would be the absolute sort of core. And then as you have salons and kit and equipment, what we would call property insurance, the things that insures the property that you have.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, so Chris, when I get bigger and I want more insurance, so for computers and things like that, what other insurance is there?
Yeah, so the thing for us, the really big thing that you need to think about at some stage, and probably not when you're starting out, is cyber and data breach. So basically loss of data, particularly from your computers and electronic systems, so getting hacked or just losing CDs and stuff. When you think about it with the new GDPR, the dreaded GDPR regulations, it's really important that you are protecting your patients' data. You have an awful lot of fairly private data about patients, and that is fairly straightforward to insure. Again, as your business and practice goes, you might want to insure yourself as a director, and that's director's insurance. That really protects you against making bad decisions as a director that impact you. There's two reasons for having that. One is really what's called employment practices liability. So if you have employees and they want to make claims against you, again, if you're dealing with the medical side and somebody's not performing medically, you might want to get rid of them. They might get bitter. So that's quite an important one there if you really have to be quite tough with employees. And the other one is if you really grow your business and take on external shareholders. It's generally one of the main risks for directors is the shareholders don't know what they're doing and sue them for the company not performing as well as it would. So that's the end game for the big businesses.
So your advice would be to talk to you and really sort of see what you need.
Absolutely. I mean, insurance brokers have a horrible reputation, but we try and present ourselves as the honest broker. We try and actually give people real, proper advice about what they need and what they don't need.